Hey there fellow viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an interesting topic to explore: 10 notorious serial killers and their disturbing crimes. The list includes serial killers, cannibals, rapists, and Satanists, among others, with many of them ending in death row. As we delve into their disturbing crimes, we aim to approach this subject with sensitivity, acknowledging the impact on victims and their families. Join us as we explore some of the most infamous murder cases in history. Number 10. At number 10, we have Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was a cannibalistic serial killer who killed and dismembered 17 young men and boys in Wisconsin and Ohio between 1978 and 1991. He also performed necrophilia and attempted to create zombies by drilling holes in his victims' heads. He was arrested after one of his intended victims escaped and alerted the police. He was beaten to death by a fellow inmate in 1994. Number 9. At number 9, we have JohnWayneGacy. JohnWayneGacy was a clown performer and a community volunteer who killed 33 teenage boys and young men in Illinois between 1972 and 1978. He lured his victims to his home, where he sexually assaulted, tortured, and strangled them. He buried 26 of them in the crawl space under his house, 3 others in his backyard, and 4 others in a nearby river. He was executed by lethal injection in 1994. Number 8. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a charming and intelligent serial killer who murdered at least 30 women in several states between 1974 and 1978. He escaped from prison twice and continued killing until he was captured in Florida. He was executed by electric chair in 1989. Number 7. At number 7, there is Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos was a female serial killer who killed 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990. She worked as a prostitute and claimed that she killed her clients in self-defense after they raped or attempted to rape her. She was arrested after one of her surviving victims identified her from a police sketch. She was executed by lethal injection in 2002. Number 6. At number 6, we have RichardRamirez. RichardRamirez was a satanic serial killer who terrorized Los Angeles and San Francisco in 1984 and 1985. He killed 13 people and attempted to kill 5 others using various weapons such as guns, knives, hammers, and tire irons. He also raped, robbed, and mutilated his victims, often leaving pentagrams or other satanic symbols at the crime scenes. He was captured by a mob of angry citizens who recognized him from the media. He died of natural causes while on death row in 2013. Number 5. At number 5, there is Ed Gein. Ed Gein was a grave robber and murderer who killed 2 women in Wisconsin in 1954 and 1957. He also exhumed corpses from local cemeteries and made trophies and furniture from their bones and skin. He inspired the fictional characters of Norman Bates from Psycho, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity and spent the rest of his life in a mental hospital. He died of respiratory failure in 1984. Number 4. Albert Fish. Albert Fish was a child rapist, cannibal, and serial killer who claimed to have had children in every state in the early 1900s. He tortured, killed, and ate at least 3 children, and possibly more. He also sent a letter to the mother of one of his victims, describing how he killed and cooked her daughter. He was arrested after the letter was traced back to him. He was executed by electric chair in 1936. Number 3. David Berkowitz. David Berkowitz was a serial killer who called himself Son of Sam or the .44 caliber killer. He killed 6 people and wounded 7 others in New York City between 1976 and 1977. He used a .44 caliber revolver to shoot his victims, usually young couples sitting in parked cars at night. He also sent letters to the police and the media, claiming that he was obeying the orders of a demon that possessed his neighbor's dog. He was arrested after a parking ticket placed him at the scene of one of the shootings. He is serving 6 consecutive life sentences. Number 2. At number 2, there is Dennis Rader. Dennis Rader was a serial killer who called himself BTK for bind, torture, Kill. He killed 10 people in Kansas between 1974 and 1991. He taunted the police and the media with letters, phone calls, and clues about his crimes. He stopped communicating for several years, until he resurfaced in 2004, sending more letters, and a floppy disk that led to his arrest. He is serving 10 consecutive life sentences without parole. Number 1. Finally, Gary Ridgway. Gary Ridgway was a serial killer who killed at least 49 women, mostly prostitutes and runaways, in Washington state, between 1982 and 1998. He was known as the Green River Killer because he dumped many of his victims' bodies along the Green River. He strangled his victims with his hands or ligatures, sometimes returning to the dump sites to have sex with their corpses. He was arrested after DNA evidence linked him to 4 of the murders. He pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty. As we conclude this eye-opening exploration into the world of infamous crime stories and the individuals behind them, let us remember the profound impact these actions have on victims and their families. It is crucial to foster a society that stands against violence, promotes empathy, supports survivors of such heinous acts, and creates a safer world for all. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment, sharing your thoughts and insights. Also, consider sharing this video with others who might find it intriguing or educational. Spreading awareness about these important issues can make a real difference in the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery, and let compassion guide our path forward.